You know, two things about the cigars, which I think the cigars enhance anything that you do in life. As we talked before, I'm a musician. I love music, and there's nothing like sitting down and listening to your favorite music, whether it happens to be rap or rock and roll. In my case, it's classical music. In my belief, cigars enhances any activity you're doing. We were talking before about traveling, and I remember being in Africa, in Kenya, by the Kilimanjaro, and that was an uh, amazing moment. One of those moments that may have been a few minutes, and it feels like it's a long time. And I was with my wife sitting by the Kilimanjaro, having some wine. In the afternoon, the sun coming down, and you can see the sun behind the Kilimanjaro. It's just a beautiful thing. And my wife says, "Wow, this is perfect. You cannot make this a better moment." And I said, "Yes, you can." And she said, "How?" And I said, "Sure." I got out a cigar. I light up a cigar, and that moment, which was, I tell you, perfect, it just got better. Because I believe anything that you're doing in life, when you're smoking a cigar, it just enhances what you're doing. The same thing with food. Whether you're having a great Spanish ham, pata negra, and just, wow, this is amazing. And then you light up a cigar, and that it's just increases the how you enjoy this. But in addition to really enhancing your life and anything you do, but the same thing I believe happens with a cigar when it brings people together. Whether in Eastern European countries, I visit for the last few years. I've dedicated both of cigars and for pleasure to know a lot of different cultures. And for me, going to the Eastern European countries that used to be communist is really a form of learning what may happen to Cuba later on with the communist ends, the regime ends, and the next step. And one of the things I was looking at before is that the cigar reflects freedoms. And if you look at any of these countries that used to be communist and it's now they're free now, capitalism, they're moving on. The first thing that I see is entrepreneurial people that come and start selling cigars from Dominican, Nicaragua, Honduras, for what I call it, the new world of cigars, because under the communist regime, all they had was Cuban cigars, which is very good cigars, but now it opens up, their new world of cigars and open up the world. And I see cigars as a sign of freedom. So when I see a country that passes from the previous regime that they had was very close dictatorial, and they open up, the first thing that I see, entrepreneurial people having cigars. And the second and the last thing on the cigar, which for me is a very special thing, is when you travel, as I do, you meet people with complete different philosophies, the different political ideas, and even religious idea. And these days, the world is in turmoil with some of the terrorism and things that are happening. And when you sit down with a cigar and you talk to these people, and with whatever philosophy they have, I see as something happen, and the people not as aggressive, smoke a cigar and discuss ideas. So I have a theory. I believe that if to be a president of the United States, you should be able to smoke a cigar. If I had it my way, it would be mandatory. And then I go to the Senate and I go to the Congress a lot with the IPCPR, which I've been member of the board for advisory board for some years now. And we do visit a lot of politicians to tell them about the importance of of not over-regulate the cigars, or the over-taxation and the unfair laws of smoking. And things change when you talk to people with a cigar in your hands. And so I believe that most problems in the world will be fixed if the powerful people sit down with the cigars and discuss the problem with the cigar. So if I had it my way, the next president of the United States should be a cigar smoker, and not one that it hides on the corners to smoke, but ones that uses as a sign of freedom. And because personally I believe that smoking a cigar these days is about freedom. You know, it reflects the freedom that we have as a person to enjoy an adult product and to enjoy a cigar. So he went to enjoying a cigar to a freedom. So in a way, you could say we are freedom fighters for smoking a cigar.
There you go. Boom.
That's great.